Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Evan, and we react to pop culture and pop music here on the channel. So guys, this is going to be part 2 of the video where I am reacting to this album, The Great Impersonator, the 5th studio album from Halsey, one of my favorite artists. So guys, in part 1, we did react to song number 1 through song number 9, so we did stop at Hometown, and this is going to be picking up from there. If you guys want to see part 1, which I recommend checking that out first, I'll try to put it in the title up here somewhere. I think it'll be on the side, and also linked in the description below. But guys, so we're going to be picking up from track number 10, which is actually going to be I Never Loved You, which we already reacted to here on the channel. So guys, this song was inspired by Kate Bush, one of my favorite artists, and Halsey actually released this as the last single, and this was the 3rd day of her doing the impersonations, and she picked Kate Bush for I Never Loved You. So guys, we're going to go ahead and go on to song number 11, which is Darwinism. The song comes in at 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and let's go ahead and get straight into it without further ado.
There's lots of fish out in the pond, in the oceans and the rivers and in all the waterfalls. But if I'm made for land and not to see it all, could I crawl and find some kind Neanderthal? And I outstretch my empty hand, I watch them build society, domesticated land. It goes according to the plan. While they're in paradise, I make a salt in the sand. If everyone has someone, then the math just isn't right. You all know something that I don't. What if I'm just cosmic dust? Put me in a metal box that's bound to rust. Shoot me into space and leave me to combust. Return to Earth and just dissolve into its crust.
Dang guys, that's a great note to like start back up on. That was really good. So guys, this was the 5th impersonation that she announced on her Instagram and Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. So she says the Great Impersonator number 5, Ziggy Stardust, the Starman, the Thin White Duke, the Picasso of Pop, Major Tom, the Master of Reinvention, and the Chameleon of Rock, David Bowie. So guys, this song definitely has a lot of references to evolution, Charles Darwin. It kind of talks about feeling like a fish out of water. It kind of like when she says there's a lot of fish out in the pond, in the oceans, and in the rivers, and in the waterfalls, it kind of seems like she's talking about like when people tell you like, oh, there's plenty of fish out in the sea, like that's what they tell you like when a relationship has met its end. And then she says, but if I'm made for land and not the sea at all, could I crawl and find some kind of Neanderthal, which kind of brings in like the unevolved or unevolved, like less superior version, which I guess is her comparing herself to others and saying that she's not as good. Let's see. And in the bridge, so she says, you know something that I don't, which kind of reminds me of in I'm Not a Woman, I'm a God, because she says, because everyone knows something I don't want to know. It just seems like she may never understand what everybody else understands. She may never meet the expectation of the, like what the evolved do, because she's unevolved. And then after that she also says, you all learned something that I fear I'll never know. You all grew body parts I fear I'll never grow, which I know She said in a streaming party in Station Head, let me find that here. It's metaphorical, but also it's like I'm the fish being like, why didn't I get legs? So it definitely feels like a song talking about not fitting in and not being typical or like equal. I don't know. So guys, we're gonna go into the next song, which the next song is song number 12, and that we've already done. It's Lonely is the Muse. So guys, Lonely in the Muse was inspired by Evanescence, or more specifically, the lead singer of Evanescence, Amy Lee, who Halsey also labels as her OG dark rock queen. And that was day number 6 of the impersonations. So guys, next is song number 13, which is Arsonist. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it. The song comes in at 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
Doesn't feel the embers on his feet. Arsonist, your human starter kit came incomplete. Only twice the shame is on me. Am I a victim in your game? Am I a set of antique plates? Will you pass me through your bloodline with your ornamental age? You built a small container to keep all of me confined. I am water, I am shapeless, I am fluid, I'm divine. Somebody will love me for the way that I'm designed. There's this tissue creation intertwined. Alchemy's not love, it's playing God, and there's repentance paid for entering a temple like a frog in your tree. You leave me sleeping in the dark so you can hide away your blade and lock the door and trap me right here in the blaze. Have you ever been worried that if you just not getting burn off in a second? Have you ever given the world to somebody as a gift and had it returned, and that's your wheat and your... Did you know the father's DNA stays inside the mother for 7 years? Have you ever waited 7 years?
Dang guys, okay. So that was track number 13, Arsonist. The inspiration for this one was Fiona Apple. And Halsey said, chief inspo for my entire life, but the influence especially shows up on this song and a few others in the album. Which I definitely can tell the influence here. And think I've felt it a couple other songs. So I do want to note that Halsey said that she had made multiple versions of this song and didn't like any of them, but she redid it in 30 minutes with songwriter Michael Uzwaru. I'm awful pronouncing names. So the fact that she was able to rewrite all of that fast is amazing. So the intro is not on the lyrics, it's reversed. So the reversed audio of it, so the forward correct way, it says, a God that you met with some self-disguise as God, but you think that you met a God that justifies all your actions and agrees with everything that you've done. And then the first line of the next thing is the chorus, the first line, arsonist burning down the world to feel its heat. Which it says here that Halsey referenced an African proverb that says the child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. This could be her feeling neglected in some way, either by the fan base or something else in life. She just feels like she's not embraced in the way that she should be, which is completely relatable. In verse 1, will you pass me through your bloodline with your ornamental rage? So this referencing her and her ex Olive, who is the father of Ender, her son, who has been featured. It was in part 1. So it could be her referencing what he might pass on to their son while they're co-parenting. I'm not going to try to read too heavily into that. We're just going to go ahead and go on to song number 14, Life of the Spider Draft. So this song comes in at 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Let's go and get into it.
4 in the morning and I'm laying with my head against the toilet seat. Feel like a monster and it doesn't help that you will treat me like I've got the venom in my teeth. 'Cause I'm the spider in your bathroom, I'm the shadow on the tile. I came for shelter from the cold and I thought I'd stay a while. Hideous. I'm nothing but legs, they used to say. I'm nothing but skin and bones these days. You dangle me high over the drain and tell me I'm lucky you don't drop me there and let me wash away or put me on display. And God, how dare I even think of choosing here to die? 'Cause then I'm just a problem that you have to take outside. And I know you hate the sight of me. I haunt you when you're fast asleep. You would break me if you tried. And you will, because I dare to be alive.
An emotional roller coaster, not even roller coaster, just an emotional ride. So song number 14, Life of the Spider. It is just Halsey and her piano, which is fitting because the inspiration for this song is Tori Amos. Halsey goes on to say, I grew up on Tori and have always considered her in a class of her own. This song, the most personal on the album, is just me and my piano, because that's all Tori ever needed to rip your heart to shreds. Agreed. Agreed. And this entire song is her talking about feeling not welcomed, feeling like she makes people uncomfortable, feeling like people like want her gone, don't want her there, never feeling like she is comfortable or fitting in the situation that she's in, which unfortunately is quite relatable. But without going too deep into that, because that's not the point of the video, we are going to go on, guys, to the next song, song number 15, Hurt Feelings. So guys, this is track number 15, so we have 15, 16, and 17, and 18. 4 more, but we already heard one of them, but that's beside the point. Anyways, guys, so this song does come in at 3 minutes and 54 seconds. Let's go ahead and get straight into it.
My dad is almost home, I can't tell time yet, but I know because the air becomes electric and my mother cleans the stove. You're walking through the door and both my eyes will find the floor, and I will search my brain to find something I might get yelled at for. Wash me in the water, you can cut off all my hair and I'll be changing like the weather, but I'll never be like him. The other girls date older guys and wear their t-shirts late at night, but everything I own that's oversized belongs to me, it's mine. Changing like the weather, but I'll never be like him. 'Cause blood is thick, water's forever, it's deeper than a board, lighter than a feather, and I could be a problem only if you let her in. I left her back home, but I cannot forget her. Rush me
Is that my favorite song that we've heard so far on this video? I think it might be. Guys, this song is deep, and you can tell the inspiration. It comes from herself circa 2015 for Badlands. This song has a lot of references to Badlands. The whole song mainly seems to be talking about her father, who she's talked about some in other songs. There's references to her song Ashley, the difference between herself as Halsey and herself as Ashley. Like, it feels, she kind of mentioned, and it feels like she's talking about like Ashley is a part of her, but it doesn't feel like Ashley fits in as a part of her anymore, which is understandable. And like how she kind of uses Halsey as a armor in a way, like to protect herself. And she talks about the complicated relationship with a parent that is abusive, or in some versions of these it sounds like it's misogynistic, it sounds like he abusive, and like there's references almost like Roman Holiday on Badlands, where like, because she says that she remembers that her father put his fist through the wall that separated the dining room, and then like, I'll be changing like the weather, but I'll never be like him. It seems like that is the reference to Ashley, where it's like, is it really strange if I always want to change? The refrain, I love the refrain. Cause blood is thick but water is forever, and I'm stiffer than a board, lighter than the feather. That's a reference to like the sleepover games where you everybody put two fingers under somebody and try to lift them. That girl will be a problem only if you let her. That seems like a reference to the next song, Lucky, which was one of the singles. And I left her back home, but I cannot forget her. That's kind of like I was mentioning. It seems like she goes around as Halsey, and she always feels out of touch with herself as Ashley. But, so guys, the next song, like I mentioned, is Lucky, which we have already reacted to on the channel. Lucky was inspired, obviously, by Britney Spears' 2000 song, Lucky. I love Lucky. I love the music video for Lucky. The links to that all will be down in the description below. So guys, the next song then is the penultimate song, song number 17, Letter to God, 1998. So I'm really excited to get into this, because I've liked the last two Letters to God, and I'm excited to see what the third one's going to be. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's 2 minutes and 48 seconds.
Are you ready? How nice to meet you.
Ender.
No one wants to hear my voice. I miss the days when I was getting texts that I could just avoid. And I'm trying to be calm and not preemptively destroy. I wonder who here really loves me, or who wants to be employed. So I'm basking in these moments where I feel a shred of joy, but I don't think my pleas are heard, because I'm screaming in the void. I'm screaming, please God, oh you've gotta be sick. Why do you make it hurt, and why is it over so quick? Please God, I'm finally loved. I finally found somebody I don't wanna get rid of. Please God, oh whoever you are. Please God, oh whoever you are. Please God, oh whoever you are.
So that was song number 17, Letter to God, 1998. And that happens to be my favorite of the Letter to Gods. I can coin that now that we've heard all three. So this was the 13th day of the countdown, and it was an impersonation of Queen Baby Girl Aaliyah. She said, fun fact, I layered this song with vocals from my son when he was a baby, inspired by Are You That Somebody? So this song is made up of the intro with her and Ender, where she says, say hello, everybody, hello, nice to meet you. This is a microphone, it tells a voice. Ender said, what does mommy use the microphone for? And Halsey said, it's for mommy to sing. Yeah, for mommy singing. Who's your favorite singer? And then you hear the please God or whoever you are in the background, and he says, mommy. That was so cute. And then we get the refrain, which comes back at the end, the please God or whoever you are. The verse, and then the chorus, like she talks about seeing her little baby and realizing, and so she says, I don't ever want to leave him, but I don't think it's my choice, so I'm basking in these moments where I feel a shred of joy, but I don't think my pleas are heard because I'm screaming into the void, I'm screaming. And then the first four lines of the chorus here, she says, please God, or oh, you've got to be sick. Why do you make it hurt? And why is it over so quick? Please God, I'm finally loved. I finally found somebody I don't want to get rid of, which refers back to the 1974 Letter to God earlier in the album where she said, please God, I want to be sick. I don't want to hurt, so get it over with quick. Please God, I want to be loved. I don't want to be somebody they want to get rid of. So it kind of feels like a full circle moment for the final Letter to God. And like I said, this is definitely my favorite of the three. We've reached the final song. The final song is the title track, this is the first time that Halsey has ever had a title track. And it is The Great Impersonator. It comes in at 3 minutes and 22 seconds. So let's go ahead and get into the final song on this album.
Surely it's forgotten sooner or later. Hope they spell my name right in the paper. I'm lying in a car crash, in a pile of broken glass. It's funny how it looks like glitter from the overpass. I'm in a pickup truck, the door is stuck, I'm sinking in the water, and the girl inside is waving, but the people just applaud her. Does a story die with its narrator? Surely it's forgotten sooner or later. Hope they spell my name right in the paper. And here lies the great impersonator.
So guys, the final track, the title track, like I mentioned, Halsey's first ever title track, The Great Impersonator, was inspired by Bjork, who Halsey said is influenced by the coolest, most ethereal being to ever exist. I feel like this song really encapsulates the entire album. We got a little bit of every song in here, I feel like. The pre-chorus, every single line, every single rhyme, every single truth I sing. Once started as a lie, I promise that I'm fine, but then I redesign and put myself together like some little Frankenstein. Does the story die with its narrator? Hope they spell my name right in the paper. In here lies the Great Impersonator. So I didn't know what to expect going into this because, like I mentioned, and like Halsey has mentioned, she has never had a title track before. And I think she took the opportunity to put a little bit of every single song into this final track. And I think that between it and the first track, they really put the whole entire album like together like a sandwich. Like these are the two, like holding them together, and everything inside of it makes up the sandwich of this song or this album, this piece of work. I'm definitely gonna need some time with a couple of the songs. I think The End and Arsonist I might need a little bit of time with, but as for the rest of them, maybe also Life of a Spider. Reading the lyrics along with it, I will definitely be fathoming it eventually here soon. It might just take a couple more listens and reads of the lyrics. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comment section below what song was your favorite off of part 2. Also, let me know if your favorite from part 1 or your favorite from part 2 is your penultimate favorite or your ultimate favorite. Yeah, guys, I think my favorite song from part 2 would have to be Letter to God 1998, and my favorite song altogether would have to be either Letter to God 1998, Hometown, or I Never Loved You. Oh, and Ego is so good. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comment section what your favorites are. And while you guys are down there, if you wouldn't mind to go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload new videos. Also hit the share button and share this video with a friend. It would really mean a lot to me. And if you guys are interested in the full-length version of these videos, I do upload those early on my Patreon, which is linked down in the description below, as well as the links to my social medias, which will also be right here. I really would like to get in touch with you guys and support such an amazing artist like Halsey. And yeah, I will be back very soon with some more reactions to Halsey and other pop music and pop culture. I can't wait to see y'all soon. Peace.